Here, would you like to come on stage, Danny? Your wonderful film, man. That's you don't want to shake this. You don't know where this hand has been. I mean, it's just disgusting. I've been coughing blood all morning. It's just disgusting. You're kind of like Facebook famous in the group. You've been making films for a while now.
A couple of years.
I think so.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, but
What? You have an accent.
Yeah.
That's the best. You never, because it's the first time we meet. We don't know.
I thought you had this like really gruff accent.
I have. Yeah. What's up?
What's up, bro?
Hey, listen, man. So you love the theme of war?
Yeah.
World War II?
All sorts. We did a Vietnam one last summer that Tyler was in, and John Andrews and a bunch of others. So yeah, we do all sorts.
And you use your own props?
Yeah, we make everything.
A storm made it lean. Art next door helped us cut it down, and we'll make boards for the barn.
Yeah, it was actually started off my 16-year-old when he was 10. Wanted a film, so I started making a film for him, and we got more and more ambitious. I'm just scared about where his ambition's going to go.
Explosives as well, right?
Yeah. I was an explosives guy in the army, so I got my pyrotechnics license, which means I used to be able to do these big honking shells, but now I can do this little weeny 1 gram thing that goes pop.
Oh, wow.
Such is life.
Keeping you warm at night, and that you get in a warm place to sleep.
So that prop you had is not a prop. That is an actual telegram.
No, I found a picture online, and
I'm full of wrong questions today.
Yeah.
But it looks like a real telegram, because at the end you focused on the words, you zoomed in on
Yeah.
the words, and it was very symbolic and emotional, as though it was a real prop. So I got confused.
And here you are, one in the jungle, and the other in the snow, just as
No. It's I think I made it because you know when I've been to war, you get these letters from people back home, and they're full of drivel. They really are. I mean, they're well-meaning, but yeah, I remember being sat in the desert and getting this letter when I was like 18, and it was telling me about stuff that was going at home like 6 weeks ago. And I was like, thanks, Mum, but you know, it's kind of different here. So I was trying to show that on the screen. Yeah.
What's your, because you've done this a bit, what's your favorite part?
I like the production side. I'm not super artistic, but I just love the production. You know, you get an idea and you try and bring it to life, and then you see it on the screen and you go, oh yeah, kind of.
So, this is your second film?
Technically, yes, but this is my first Kino screening.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You were going to originally submit the first one, but you didn't like it.
Well, yes. So, like, I am very critical, because, like, I mean, it was my first project, so I was like, yeah, I don't like it or whatever, but I'm definitely gonna keep trying to work on it, and, I mean, I'm gonna submit it to another Kino. Like, I'm definitely gonna show it, so.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Might as well, right?
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely.
What's a slort?
A slut and a whore, duh.
Thanks. Anyways, his name is Blaze. Ew. He's 25 and he's a manager at Hot Topic.
What was your favorite part of making this film?
Definitely the car scene, for sure. With the smoke machine.
Well, it was a smoke machine. It wasn't like real smoke.
No. Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right.
What is something, because you're just beginning, what is something you learned from the first one that you want to apply to the second and third one?
Sound. Very important.
Was it encouraging? Are you excited to make more films?
Yes, after this one for sure.
Absolutely.
I was really happy with this one, so. So this was shot in a day.
Oh, wow.
So 12 hours.
It was funny. Did you pre-visualize the whole thing in your head before you shot it?
No.
No? Oh.
I mean, like, yes.
Yeah,
but,
especially
like,
the ending. It's like, bam, no.
Yeah, so like the ending I definitely knew exactly like how I wanted it framed, but like everything else I was just kind of like, let's just see how it goes, and you know. And I think it turned out pretty well. So.
It was a lot of fun. It was a great second film.
Thank you.
Like I was really impressed, and I'm curious to see the first one now. So we'll see.
You're taking, like I said, something that means something to you, putting it out there. It's on the screen for 3 minutes.
You put bags under your eyes.
What about you? You're not so perfect either. You look like a raccoon. Goodbye.
Oh, no, wait, sorry. I didn't mean anything. Wow. This must be the infamous happiness suitcase.
Everyone's half drunk. No one's going to remember you or what you put on the screen. So you've got to do it for yourself, you know? And hey, if it connects to people, great. And if not, well, at least you have fun doing it, right?
Well, the whole reason of hot and cold, we chose the cold for that one because it was more the insult. Saying, hey, Jenny, 865-309 there, right?
Yeah.
Thinks you're stupid, right? So we thought that was cool.
Yeah, everybody in the club seen that girl, man. Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to think I was stupid, so I got the two $10 from you, so I'd have to count my own money in front of her.
I mean, this is the fourth film I've seen like that you submitted to Kino, and they're very dialogue heavy, and the dialogue is well crafted, and the acting is good.
Yeah.
So you love making dialogue heavy films.
Yes. And the script actually speaks for itself too, so.
Absolutely. When it's dialogue heavy, the script and the acting has to be on par.
Yeah.
In the middle of the pandemic, I decided to go back to grad school. 60 years old.
Good for you.
And the principal reason I decided was because York University in Toronto stops charging tuition after 60 years old. And I could do it from home because it was all online. It was an easy decision.
Yeah.
So my program is Make It Up Yourself, called Interdisciplinary Studies. So I made up a course for myself, making this animation with a bunch of other grad students from 5 or 6 different departments.
C is for catastrophizing, that the worst is coming true.
And so we got a small grant, and we made this thing that turned out well, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it turned out well. Yeah.
We brought in psychology students because we're at university and they're all around. And they helped us, because the poem was quite dark in the beginning. So they helped us kind of push it up a little bit towards the end, a little bit of hopeful optimism. Otherwise it would have been, because we did get a grant from the Mental Health and Wellness Department. So
Wellness.
Yeah. Wellness.
N is new beginnings, a chance for fresh routines.
My thing is always get good sound. Luckily, I have a small office in Toronto for animation. Go figure. But I have a booth. I have a little booth, a sound booth, and recording the dialogue in there. I just find that good sound lifts everything up and can get on set.
And you've submitted it to other festivals as well.
I have.
Absolutely.
I'm seeing other festivals.
I'm seeing other. Yeah.
I hope that's okay.
It is okay. I'm sure it's going to get some traction and go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I really think it resonates.
Thanks, everybody.
So this is your third film for Kino.
It is.
What was your favorite part of this film?
The whole thing, minus the sound.
Yeah. What was the sound issue? What was?
So I didn't have my crew.
Okay.
Because all my guys are on vacation in June. So I was just gonna do like a thing by myself, and I was like, oh, I got a phone, and so I was gonna do this, but just myself, and I was gonna it'd be like my interview for the show, and then I thought, well, I might as well have a host, and then I was like, well, I might as well have other contestants, and here we are.
I mean, modern warfare. I mean, it's a better game altogether.
I actually really like Cats.
It was cleaned up on the computer, right?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. And that's what happens. That's why sometimes it sounds underwater. When you clean up the noise too much, it loses that frequency and it sounds like it's underwater.
So, because I was filming on my phone, and I have no idea what I'm doing, if you can't tell, I bought a Rode mic for the phone. Because last time I had sound issues, and I'm like, I'm on it this time. But the wire that came with the mic was for a camera, and apparently there's a difference.
Oh no.
It fit in the hole. I thought it would just work. But apparently it doesn't work that way. So I had to get.
There's an opportunity to make a joke here. It's hard not to.
So apparently I needed the same hole, same plug-in, but different color. I needed gray. Black was wrong. I had to go to gray. This is why I don't do tech. I'm like, I got the thing, but I don't have the thing. I need a different wire. And they're like, what kind of wire? I'm like, I don't know.
But let's figure it out next month. Let's figure out that cable.
Well, so I ordered one, but it didn't come in time. So I used, don't judge me. I used one of those wires you plug your headset in to charge. So this is a directional mic. I bought a good mic, but you could hear the traffic on the road and me from behind the camera way better than you could actually hear the actors. And I'm like, I don't think I'm doing this right.
Well, there we have it. Mom is in the mix.
But the energy of the film was there. The fun, the acting, the script, everything was there. And it was, I see where you were going with it. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
I'm glad that the message was portrayed.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I did learn a whole lot though with the editing because I got like those cool like in between the scene
Dude, you
things.
edit yourself.
I did. I filmed, edited, I did everything. Can't tell.
Oh, no, this is your third.
But I learned so much.
Right, that's what we do, is we learn.
I was like, look at all these fancy words moving. The letters are moving. Huh?
What? That's the thing, is we don't unlearn. There's comfort in knowing that we gradually accumulate knowledge and we learn and build it and work on that.
If I could get the sound,
patience
it's
sometimes.
gonna be epic someday.
Oh, we'll figure that's another step. That's another little tidbit, a baby step to learn, and it will be so good.
Whoa! Why be you when you can be hot?
And you never run out of ideas, because you're a creative person. You'll never run out of ideas. You have something to say. So it'll be like horror, you've done horror, drama, comedy.
Yeah.
And what about drama? Like super emo.
Well, I mean, I was almost there. Like, duh.
Stephanie, this wasn't your original idea.
Nope. No, this was written on the day of. It was a backup plan because the original was supposed to be outside and the weather was calling for a big storm. So I said,
Well, hello. Do you come here often?
Don't touch me. I have vaginal dryness.
Mario, I met him for the first time actually in person that day.
So she sleeps on the first date.
Yeah. That was the second man I had a first night. Well, anyway. But when my husband came home from work and he's sitting here, he saw the size of my husband, big bear of a man. He's like, I thought we were shooting on a patio. I didn't know I was going to be in your bed.
Yeah, I only got told that when I got in the car. And I had no chance of getting out unless I wanted to jump out of a moving car.
Yeah, we were driving, yeah. Thank you so much for being a good sport. And I said it before, I've worked with Mario a couple times, and you're so great at improvisation. Like, you just understand the comedic timing. And, dude, you're one of the greats. I'm blowing smoke up your ass because you deserve it.
What do you want me to do next, Vince?
Emo.
All right. Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm horrible. I'm gaining weight and I can't do anything to stop it. You're gonna cheat on me with a 25-year-old.
I already did it with a hand lotion.
When you don't have a budget and we're all working on the fly, you got to be flexible. You got to be willing and ready to change in a heartbeat because people get sick or weather changes things depending where you're shooting. Something falls through. So you got to be able to bend and work with it or take a different direction. And
Absolutely, because filmmaking is problem solving. And we have this preconception, this idea we want to do, and it's not going to turn out that way. So what do? We need to be flexible and move on to the next step and bend. We need to learn how to bend.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I'm on my period.
Again?
Yes, a bloody again.
Oh, for the love of God.
It's not regular anymore.
Well, apparently not.
Do you know anything? You know nothing.
The way I work is that when you create something, when you write down, when you sit down and write, you don't pre-plan on writing something. You don't pre-conceptualize. You don't. Writing itself, in essence, is the art of improvisation. So I film like that as well. I just show up and I know the creativity is going to come to me on the spot because I trust myself. But that's just me. That's not Your pre-planning is good too. I mean, I was just saying. But that's what we did with this one. That's what I'm getting at, is we did with this one, like we had no idea.
No.
And it was a lot of improvisation. It was fun. And Mario didn't know anything was, as we were filming, you didn't know the next scene. You didn't know the next scene as we were filming.
No. Do you need help there?
Do you think they're losing their fullness?
I don't know. Let me see.
Don't touch them! They're sore.
Mario, what was your favorite part?
Oh boy,
Be honest.
the gun scene.
The gun
I almost
scene.
like, come on, do it, pull it, pull the trigger, I dare ya.
Touch it and die.
Can you do that? That was so funny. Any questions for Stephanie?
Yeah, so did you guys eventually do it?
My husband came home.
Yeah.
No?
Mario, you were just like so brave in that film. You just wanted it so bad and you just couldn't get it. But you tried.
He never gave up.
You never gave up, Mario.
Persistence.
How many times did you actually have to make the bed up to do all of those scenes?
Probably, I think there were 6 of them. Probably
Well,
a
yeah,
dozen.
there's 16,
a dozen
but,
overall,
about a dozen.
Less than I thought.
We surprisingly didn't do a lot of takes.
No.
No, because we just, wonderful actors, we're social, we're having a lot of fun, and we feel comfortable with each other, and you're so easy to work with. Like, you're so disarming is the word with Stephanie, and it's just so easy. Like, Mario comes out of nowhere, he doesn't know you, he doesn't know the script, and yet you were such at ease, and you did such a great job. And that's the important thing is it's fun.
If you can't have fun, don't do it. Really.
And it's possible to be professional and pleasant at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of character, because filmmaking is about people, and we forget that sometimes.
Aren't you hot?
Not anymore.
You rate the dialogue. Where does it come from?
Personal, but also like inspiration about like if I'm watching a movie or hearing somebody's story, just for me to help people like view it differently in my own world.
You cannot walk away, and I will not let you walk away from my girl until, guess what?
What?
You talk to her first.
But these are emotional themes. I mean, you must connect to them, so you understand them on some level.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely. Are these things you've been through yourself?
It's things like I've been through, but also going through like therapy, for example. A lot of men are scared of that. So my thing is to explain to people like therapy is not bad. It's not just for like women or children. It's like us men, we like to suffer in silence. I think if we talk to people.
Yeah.
And you think I would cheat on you with a coworker, and not even that, you don't even listen to my side of the story?
So I'm gonna ask you a question, right? Because I get hypnotized by this guy. I just avoid you. I just look at his eyes, into his eyes, and I like fall in love.
I'm a fan of him too.
Dude, my girlfriend's here. Don't make it weird. You're not afraid to approach emotional themes where the actor gets creative and emotional on set. Does that make you behind the camera uncomfortable sometimes?
Made me cry when Mariana was crying. That was a big effect on me. Yeah, like. As soon as we were done the scene, I was just like, oh my god.
Emotional.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
love it, because a lot of people shy away from drama, and they make fun of it. And drama is really hard.
Absolutely.
There's so many factors that have to come together. The writing, the acting, the pacing, the cut. Everything has to be perfect to create that mood and keep that tone.
I want us to work.
I mean, the conversations you have, they're intense, but they're necessary.
Exactly. Like for me personally, I realized like when I was growing up, I was always quiet, always writing. So I started writing poetry. But as I get older, I realized like it's better to like speak loud, speak out loud. Sorry. That way, the people around you can hear you if you're going through something. And that's why I love writing about drama, because again, it's not good to hide behind.
That's where your heart is.
Absolutely.
Because your dramas are so intense, and you're part of the creative process as well, and then you've got an actress, Mariana. How do you guys work with an actress to get such an intense performance out of her? Like, what's your directing process? And also, part 2 to that question is, how do you get it out of yourself? Because you're on both sides of the creative process.
Damn, I should have thought of that. That's good. I should have thought of
it. Wow. I'm going to go first.
Well, Mariana just improvised that day. It was very intense for me because, you know, like, seeing a girl cry is making me cry. Like, just, I don't know what to say about that. Like, just unbelievable. She's very, you know, incredible.
Yeah.
So are you, man.
And she was in the other two as well last month. It's a recurring
Yeah.
actor in the films as well. You guys, it's like you have a relationship already. I don't know what's going on.
I know.
You know what? You deserve better than this. I'm gonna go in first and talk to him. This is garbage.
Kayla,
Marcus, we need to talk.
what are you doing here?
Get it out of your system, like how like an ex treated you. You know, like how he walked away on you, or he was mad that you're working at the bar, or just, you know, jealous people. So like get it out of you. And Marianne came up with like some of the words on her own. And Marianne is the same thing. It's like things that's going through your own personal life without giving names, just let it out. And that's why it helps me, like myself. It's like things that I wouldn't talk to people about, I let it out on set, and that's when I was yelling. They got scared and said, oh man, that would look real. But I'm like, that's how I get when people get into my world of like judging me. But I won't act like that in the real life, but I'll put it out in the character. So.
But that's the thing, is you're not afraid to be the villain.
Yeah, when he threw the table, I was like, oh shit!
I also kind of looked at it from a different perspective of maybe he did sense something and she's gaslighting him. Like, or me, woe is me. Like, what happened to do this to me? But there really is something there.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I wrote it, it's like a lot of men don't like when, sorry, I shouldn't say it like that. Most men don't appreciate when a woman actually work harder. We're looking at like it's a competition, but it's not like that. For me personally, I think it's amazing. Like for me, women inspired me to be the man that I am today. So it's not just the men. So for me, I feel like if we look at it like that, and I think like that's where you sensed it, that like there's something going on. It's probably like jealousy that she works all the time, she makes more money, but then he's using that excuse like this guy's saying like, oh, she's cheating on you. But it's mostly like insecurities. So I'm glad you saw it. Put that in there. That's good. Next time.
A lot of layers and subtext, especially with relationships. Like we don't know what's going on there. We're always learning.
Exactly.
We're always, you know, in the deep end trying to survive.
Yeah. Exactly.
I love it. Any other questions?
Make more.
Make more conversations.
Yes.
I call them conversations.
I like that.
That's okay.
Oh no, that's okay.
I love that.
That's what it's about.
You have to work with a lot of people on set.
Yes.
And things, and you have to direct yourself.
I had help with my videographer as well, so we just sort of basically did a draft, and then we got on set and things changed.
And that's what happens. It always changes.
Improvised.
You have to adapt because So you're gonna continue doing that style?
I am, but the next one I'm waiting because it's a really big production. But they want to go from acting to dance to broaden what they're doing, I guess.
I like that. That's interesting.
Kind of to change from acting.
I can't wait to see that. I hope you screen it at Kino.
I am, but it's going to be in September.
It's going to be
gotta
September.
train
We could be
everybody.
done by then. That's just too late from now.
I'm not your friend or anything, damn. You think that you're the man.
It takes bravery to go into a department like that you don't know much about, but you're willing to try it and push forward and be brave. So that's takes a lot of guts.
Yeah, I was kind of, I don't know, I was kind of like mind blown when people wrote to me. And they're like, you know what, I want to try dance. And I was like, what? Dance? And then I'm also going to try to do a short film, or maybe like a little mini-series. So I'm in the middle doing that too.
There's a lot coming up, so, you know, and you found a home here. You found a home here, and you reached out to me today.
I don't think I caught your name.
Anything else you'd like to add?
No, but I'm learning a lot from you.
What?
I'm watching your videos.
Oh, thank you, my artsy 14-ness.
Yes.
I did create the beginning of something 2 months ago, whenever we did The Light Thief. And it kind of came because I really didn't have an idea. It was like my third backup plan, and you know, so that kind of happened, and it was just, you know, a little short thing. So I just fell into sort of the same kind of situation where I'm like, I really don't have an idea. So I decided I'm just going to continue from where I left off, and then leave it off again, so that I can do that again.
And you try to go for a feel kind of like Alice in Wonderland?
Sort of between Alice in Wonderland, my thoughts of like The Wizard of Oz, like anything that was just kind of odd, dreamlike. The interesting thing for me is I said to Vincent, I said, I wanted to be sort of like, was it David Lynch or no? Yeah. David Lynch, and sort of like a Twin Peaks sort of disorientation where you just don't quite know what's going on and everything else. And he translated that perfectly for exactly what I was hoping for, and I don't know how he does that, but he does that.
Because I'm just the right kind of weirdo.
And then I wanted to, you know, have the water because I wanted to melt like the Wicked Witch of the West. So that's kind of where all of that came from, with a whole lot of totally disjointed ideas that went into 1.5 minutes of, well, that.
So I wonder, I'm curious, if we do a lot more of these and we stitch them all together, we'll have a cohesive thing.
That is the plan. That if over time I have enough of these elements, it will create one cohesive...
Like a long film. We'll have a Delaney screening.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know how long it will be, but it would be hopefully one cohesive project. I do have ideas down the road, but I kind of have to get the character there somehow, bit by bit.
And you mentioned you also want to introduce new characters.
Yes, I have new characters. I'm hoping to, you know, much like in Alice in Wonderland, you know, you meet all the various quirky characters along the way. I want to have my own versions of those kind of quirky characters. So I'm hoping to work with people where they get to create some kind of fantasy character that they've always, say, wanted to do, never had a chance to do, maybe would never want to do, but they're going to do it anyway. You know, those kind of things, and work with that. So that is my goal eventually, every time I can't come up with any other ideas.
You made the Insomnia film.
Yeah.
Did you cut it yourself?
Yeah.
That was interesting because I really like it.
Thank you.
It really captured the feel of restlessness and insomnia.
And I also have trouble keeping to a sleep schedule that adds up to 24 hours. So, yeah, the idea for this one, I just dreamt that I made this movie, and so I decided, yeah, I'll do that.
You dreamt that you made a movie, and then you insomnia and you made it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's meta. That's like Inception.
Is that I am not good at coming up with ideas.
Well, that's what the themes are for. It's to give you an inspiration, a launching pad. You don't have to necessarily follow it 100%. What's your favorite part, filming or editing?
I don't know, usually filming, but this one, it was different because, yeah, once I'd shot it, it didn't really feel like I knew if I had anything there in what I shot.
And then you kind of put it together? And
and then I put it together and, yeah, so yes, it is what I wanted to make.
And it became something. Wow, that's such a great feeling. I'm just gonna stare at you and make you really uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know, I had a staring contest with the goldfish once until I realized it had no eyelids. That's not the weird part. The weird part is I won. Thank you so much for coming to Kino and participating. Thank you so much.
Hello, Ottawa, Canada, and the people at Kino. My name is Tucker Clement, and I'm a filmmaker from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm so glad that you're able to see my movie.
Broke girl all alone at the bus stop.
My inspiration for the short was just that I have a lot of passions in a lot of different areas of art, and it's a lot of fun to be able to show those different passions, and to use film as the medium to do that, since I'm able to display them all. So that was just the theme behind it. It was just like, art is a cycle, and we as artists are all inspired by other art. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah. thank you so much.
Adrenaline pumping high.
Hey. Working on the Michael shoot?
Yeah, look how these turned out.
What is the representation of the upside down man? Like, where did that in particular come from?
That's a really good question, and I wish I had an answer to that. And
I kind of wish I had an answer to that too. I asked the question.
I did. I think I love the imagery because the thing is, it's visual poetry, and I love the imagery because upside down is representative of the underworld for a lot of. Yeah.
No, I was going to say my favorite parts in that were the use of the multiple uses of the upside down, like with the stairway and.
Who is the upside down man? Who's the upside down man?
You know, we all have this part inside of us that we repress.
That's often a theme.
It's often a lot of these things are themes, and I tackle a lot of, and it's that quote, that saying that I said, and I said it last month to Sarah, is like, we're all just one day away from being a murderer. It just takes the perfect set of circumstance. And you know, my past is very interesting, and I've seen a lot of people switch, good people switch in one day. So it's from experience. Anyone can be a murderer. Now that's dark as fuck, man.
That is really dark. Does anybody have any questions here so we get away from this blackness?
A betrayal happens where cruelty lingers. He waits. He appears, he receives, approaches, always gradually pushing forward.
How do you get yourself from, because there's another version of you walking behind you, so how do you do that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really wanted to know that too.
That was actually quite interesting. That was simple. It's After Effects. So what you do is, say you take a picture and you cut a little cardboard cutout with an X-Acto knife and you put another, yeah, it's like that with video. I want my films to be a social thing. So what I do is I invite people sometimes, just people who have no experience with filmmaking. We grab a glass of wine, we talk, we have fun, we experiment, we try things. We're not afraid to fail. We have no preconception, we just try stuff.
Yeah, I remember, I noticed a couple of things that we did in there and like, oh, that turned out so much better than what I thought it was gonna be.
It's so much fun. A lot of the footage I do film myself, which is always a challenge trying to film yourself because I have no autofocus on my lenses. They're all manual lenses. So you kind of try to get the lighting right.
How did you do that sweeping arc?
It was just like the camera and tripod, and we went from the floor in a rainbow arc like that, and then we moved the camera closer and we tried it again. And in the editing, I just sped it up and slowed down right in the middle and sped it up again.
Because visually,
it's called a speed ramp.
Was really cool. I just wanted to get that out there.
Oh, thank you. That was fun. I had so much fun. It's you know, use the lens as a metaphor for what you're trying to say. You know, you're not limited by these shots you have to take, these frames you have to take.
I realize that now. I was the one seeing the world upside down. You know very well I hide in plain sight. All you have to do is open your eyes.
Now, do you have, like, most of the shots, like, can you see that all in your head before you start in a lot of cases?
Absolutely. When I have the ability to pre-visualize everything from beginning to end. And, you know, a lot of people don't have that. Well, that's okay. I mean, you can storyboard, you can write shot lists, but for me, I get a visual sense of everything, the mood, the tone, the pacing, the speed of everything. I know exactly where I want to go, but I'm very open to wherever it goes. So what I normally do with these is a type of short film that's called Conversations with Myself, and this is episode 38, and it's a series. And my goal is to...
Only 38.
Only 38? No, I've done like 500 short films. But my goal with this series is it's got to be important, it's got to be spiritual, it's got to be fun. I film visuals. I have an idea of the visuals I want and what they represent. I have no idea how it comes together, but I'm open to that. So I gather all these clips, and then I sit in front of my computer and I put them together like a puzzle, but I don't even know the image yet. So I write it in the editing.
Wow, very cool.
It's fun, it's liberating. And there's a lot of intentional subtext in it, because every single scene is a visual representation. Every word is carefully crafted to mean something profound that might go against what you see or go with what you see. It's not just chaos.
But I was gonna say, that makes it good for a rewatch.
Yeah. You gotta interview me every Kino Delaney.
I will interview you every Kino.
Every Kino, thank you so much.
I'll prepare things better next time.
Tough questions. Like it doesn't even have, you'll throw a curveball at me one day.
I will.
You'll be like, why didn't your father love you as a child? I'm like, what the fuck, Delaney?
And how did you know?
How did you know? The next theme, we always do these short, like 1.5 minute videos. And this is our 4th one, and we're always gonna make them because we love making those, it's fun. But there's a formula, and the formula is?
I am the coyote, and he is the roadrunner. That's really it. That's literally
all like that.
Right? It's like, they're all like that. We didn't really specifically start out that way, but as we've gone through, we're going, yeah, that's what it is. And so everything that we do seems to fall into that category where I will try my hardest and take it very seriously. And he comes along and goes, peck, 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 neat, neat.
So we had a prize. So what I did is I wanted to show an appreciation for, I hate competitions. I hate that format. But I wanted to give every month an appreciation to someone. Whoever best encapsulated the theme. Which I really like this award because it says Certificate of Awesome Sauce. And it says winner for no reason whatsoever.
Awesome
right?
sauce!
And it's got like epic medals of awesomeness. And it's got a little stamp there for 3 moms right there, and it says "Mom approved." So,
and it really is a one-of-a-kind award.
It's a one-of-a-kind award, yeah.
Oh my God, it's so hot. Oh, my friggin' hot. Aren't you hot?
Not anymore. We have socials every month as well, where we get together at a pub at the Royal Oak and we just drink and socialize without the captive audience of watching a film. So keep an eye out for those as well.
That's how I met a wonderful actress for my last film. So it's like it's all great having the socials, doing these, networking, just having conversations with people has been really inspirational to me. And I've learned so much from the people that come out to this.
No, I hope it encourages people to make something.
That is ultimately the goal. Anything? Is everybody getting good and inspired?